Hey YouTube, welcome to hell. I mean seriously, what other word is there to describe this utter cacophony that's going on right now? The start to this level is unlike anything that we've ever seen in a map, and it's just insane. So your strategy is to get the Cyber Demon to infight with the Revenants and just keep running in circles. The chain gunners in that little narrow hallway are the first priority. But beyond that, just keep running around and striking off enemies. You're not going to have any kind of stability for at least a couple minutes, so you're just going to have to deal with it. You have a Spider Mastermind, you have Revenants gunning you from every which way. So this is what I've deemed to be the best strategy. Okay, there are Revenants in those little alcoves that are going to try to snipe you. So you want the rocket launcher, which is right there. The Cyber Demon is on the other side, so if he's infighting, that's good. Okay, now you only get a couple rockets, so I'm looking for more rockets, and I realize that there is some all along that balcony. Unfortunately, the Spider Mastermind is guarding it. Thankfully, the Spider Mastermind likes to infight, so yeah, you're gonna take some damage. I definitely took a lot of damage here, but I'm very surprised this was my first time through. But yeah, 2 rockets each should do it. Okay, and then what I do next is I actually snipe all the imps, because there are just a lot of them. Now notice that I haven't gotten the Berserk pack yet. I'm saving that until after we finish the first area. Also, what is my face doing right now? I'm like hunched over and I'm like kind of ducking. Yeah, I'm really into the game, obviously. Okay. I will say, okay, now that we have a little bit of breathing room because we have an objective that's somewhat stable, I kind of liked this level at first, but that like grew to almost a love because I got better at it and I practiced it. I like solving puzzles, and for me, difficult maps like this present a puzzle. Like, what's the most optimal way of doing this? And this map is a bunch of really hard rooms. That's the best way to describe it. There are a bunch of really difficult arena type areas whose probability of success, if you know what you're doing, is, I don't know, like 80 to 90%. The problem is going saveless and having all of those rooms combined is not easy. Okay, so that's how you avoid a rocket. You just circle strafe around and hope it runs into something. Okay, so after I take care of these imps in this little gated area, I think I go for the Barons next. And I think in retrospect, after just beating the level, I think I wasted way too many rockets here. But regardless, push the switch. Then you lower the gates for the BFG 9000. Obviously, since it's guarded and in gates, it's booby-trapped. More on that later. We're going to finish out kind of this first area by taking care of these Revenants. And the problem is you can't stand there for too long because A, dozens of Revenants, probability of one of them firing straight at you is high, but then on the other side, there are Revenants trying to snipe you. And there's a Spider Mastermind. So you can see him lighting up. That means he's trying to fire. Okay. Now this, I think I saved the game because, well, this is tricky. Yeah, a bunch of chain gunners are going to spawn, and I mean a bunch. So I just get out of there. And then next, you don't want to go too far because there is a line def that will trigger hell, but yeah, this pain elemental is painful. I don't know. Yeah, stupid chain gunner. Now, I will be dying, of course, and I'll be reverting back to the save states. I'm not perfect or anything like that. And yeah, this is kind of how I try to do this one. I try to get the Mega Armor because, well, I need to be able to tank some hits. Yeah, and then I think I'm starting to realize that I need more ammo because I only have 300 cells. So the backpack here is how you get that. So now I'm ready, so then I try this again. Okay, I try sniping the pain elemental with the rockets. For some reason it's not working out. Yeah. If he spits too many lost souls, I think that's part of why I, yep, and then chain gunner behind me. I already got the berserks, so this is not good. Yeah. Well, let's try it again. Backpack. Trigger happy cyber demon. By the way, once you pick up that BFG, that cyber demon will be teleported into the actual area itself. Okay. Go ahead and save because I don't want to do that again. Yeah, so I pre-fire that BFG, have the mega armor, of course some barons teleported. See, there's just way too much to take care of. Thankfully, not all the revenants are there. Some of them are like locked away there and they can't be triggered by a line death. But I think at this point, how much health do I have? 28. I mean, I just go with it, honestly. There will be opportunities for more health, and honestly, this is kind of like the first part of this map, so you're relatively safe unless you make a stupid mistake. There is an archvile, so that's annoying. And there are chain gunners, of course. I'm surprised I didn't get sniped. And then I just go because I don't want to deal with it anymore. Wow. Maybe I should tackle the Plutonia experiment next. That wad is famous for chain gunners. Okay. Yeah, I don't want to do that again, so. I think once you get too far, that's when the archvile appears. But maybe I'm wrong. Yep. Okay, so somehow, I don't know what triggers the archvile, or if it's like hidden behind that one column. Am I seriously going to use the BFG? Yep. I realize that I need more shells, and here's where you get them. Health. There is a little bit more health that I don't think I picked up. Regardless, just rocket your way through this. I just spent like 4 hours finishing 14 pages of math homework, so I'm in need of a break. And honestly, Scythe 2 is kind of my release from that. I also did a couple things for work, but yeah, that was a stupid rocket to the face that I took. Easily avoidable. Okay, we cleared everything out. That is the first area. Now, there is still technically a cyber demon. I kind of forgot about it. I'll get back to it later, though. I am trying to go for 100%. Okay, so you can pick up some health here, but just be careful. Yeah, I can't believe that I avoided those chain gunners. Alrighty, let's pick up this energy cell pack, and yeah, there are 2 archviles behind that key door. I think it was the red key. Here's how I deal with them. Okay. Now, I'm I would love to hear better strategies for this. I'm trying to get the Revenants to infight with the Mancubus, because the Mancubi can kill tons of Revenants in one sitting. But it just doesn't work out, so I have to kind of improvise. I was never able to do it anyway, but I thought, let's try something. Sometimes I'm kind of stubborn about strategies. Alright, so typically what I do is I just fire one BFG and eliminate all 4 of the Mancubi. Still trying to make that work out. See, I'm like guiding the Mancubus away in hopes that the Revenant rockets will like hit it, make it angry, and cause it to infight, but it just doesn't happen. Okay, so in that room, lots and lots of Revenants, lots and lots of Hell Knights. I try to get them to infight a little bit. Doesn't always work out. It's a huge ammo sink if you take them all on yourself. At least that's what I've noticed. So the good thing about the rocket launcher is there's it's called splash damage. Basically, if you hit a surface or another Revenant, if you're too close to it, then it takes a little bit of damage. So it's a little easier. Plus, you can usually kill a couple at once with the rocket launcher. Now, I'm a very cautious player when I do this type of level, so if it gets to be like a really monotonous section where I'm just like doing the same thing over and over again and I really don't have anything new to add, I will probably maybe cut that out. Okay, the Hell Knights are starting to pop in. Okay, there we go. See how they're kind of infighting? But I thought both of them got hit. Why is only one of them infighting? I don't know. Is infighting like a percentage chance? Like if enemy A hits enemy B, then the probability of infighting is this much. And there's like a formula. This at least keeps them distracted a little bit. You just want to be careful because there is a line def that allows enemies to teleport. You don't want them to cross that line. It's not the worst thing in the world if it's just a couple of Hell Knights. I mean, versus those Barons of Hell and Revenants. My advice is don't be scared to use your shotgun shells because you are given plenty of those. Try to save the rockets and the BFGs. Now, this is one of those do as I say, not as I do, as you'll see a little bit later, but yeah, look at all those Revenants that haven't woken up yet. I've never had that before. That's kind of weird. Now, I do save periodically because frankly, you know, I could like continue to try until I beat it with 100% kills without saving, but I like providing commentary, and I don't think that I would be providing good commentary if I have to do the same thing over and over and I'd get really frustrated. For me, I think, and this goes back to Nuzlockes in Pokemon, a lot of people impose these rules on Pokemon in order to make it more difficult, and it's called a Nuzlocke. So like, you only catch the first Pokemon on a route, and if it dies in battle, then you can't use it for the rest of the playthrough. You also have to nickname your Pokemon, but the idea behind a Nuzlocke is to make the game harder, and I think it's up to you how hard you want to make the game. Like, if Nuzlockes genuinely are not fun for you, and you're struggling, to where you're not even enjoying the game anymore and you're starting to hate it and get this, you know, pit in your stomach every time you open the browser or the Nintendo to play, don't do it. Now, if it's a little frustrating and it's upsetting you and you're frustrated in kind of a good way, like, oh, I'm frustrated, but I'm trying to solve this puzzle or trying to beat this level, I think that's positive. Yeah, I don't even know what I'm doing at this point. Some people go in guns blazing. I don't recommend that. But again, do as I say, not as I do. Just need it to go faster. And it's genuinely, it's easier when there's a horde of revenants. Oh boy. A good example of using your BFG when you really don't need to use it. Come on, 90 Knight. Come on. Well, last of my rockets. I'm really running out of ammo here. Thankfully, we're actually almost done. And the thing about this arena is, it doesn't really matter if you lose almost all of your health. So you don't need to be a perfectionist here. There is a Megasphere right there, and I usually wait to pick it up until I'm completely done wiping out every last enemy. Actually, typically what I'll do is, I won't even pick up the Megasphere until I've eliminated that Cyber Demon in the first arena, in the starting room. Yeah, he's out and kicking still. Can't have that. I love how I have one more and I eliminate it with the one shot. Okay. I think the Hell Knight and the Revenant are infighting, but due to where they're located, they're never going to be able to hit each other, so I just kind of ignore them. Now, this is the first secret. It's on this ledge and you have to, like, strafe left. I'm very surprised I was able to get it on the second attempt. Normally it takes me, like, 10 attempts. You get 45 rockets. And I eliminate the Mancubus and the Baron right there because they're going to cause a little bit of stress in the next area. The next arena. Come on. Alright, now I really shouldn't be picking up this Megasphere. I really should be fighting the Cyber Demon, but I forgot about him. Okay, now, you're going to be locked in, but not until you pick up the blue key. You're essentially going to be locked in. Now, I don't think this room is that difficult if you know what to do. Pre-fire a BFG shot, and then just eliminate the Archvile, and then circle straight. I think you use as much ammunition as you use. I think here's one of the problems that I faced. There are 100 cells in each of those energy cell packs, which means if you fire one BFG shot, which is 40 cells, you pick up 100 cells when you don't need to pick up 100 cells. So I think that's where I went wrong. Okay, so that was not my best moment. And of course the Spider Mastermind is sniping me. Could be worse, plus there are a couple of medkits there. Okay. Now, I don't have any more BFGs, which is a problem. Problem twofold. One, I need to eliminate that Cyber Demon. And 2, the next arena requires kind of 1 BFG shot. So I think I go looking for any extra ammunition or health. Of course, I can't find any. Oh well. So I improvise. So there are going to be 2 angry Marines, evil Marines. I think I eliminated one of them? Or maybe I didn't. Nope, I didn't. But he's going to infight with someone. And I just keep firing rockets out of this tiny window in the hopes that RNG will be in my favor and it will work out. Now, does it? No. And the Spider Mastermind continues to snipe me. So I think at this point, it's wise to switch to the chain gun. Just because it's like, I don't know, using a rocket at this range to try to get this evil Marine is like, I don't know, a needle in a haystack. Okay, so what I try to do now is I try to lead this Baron of Hell away so that the Spider Mastermind infights with him. I'm just inventing all kinds of strategies, some of which are epic failures, but that's how we grow. So I kind of like snipe the Spider Mastermind so he notices me, and then just like that. Doesn't work. Try it again. Come on. Okay, there we go. I get damaged a little bit, but it still doesn't work. There we go. Finally it works. Get all this shotgun ammo, thankfully. Now there are 2 enemies in this little fortress. Chain gunner and an archvile. I never know where the archvile is, but okay. Then the chain gunner, I think, is on his way shortly. Okay, now for the second secret in this map, it's a little tricky because there's another evil Marine. By the way, don't go in the fortress, you'll be locked in. Just don't do it yet. Here's what you do. Fire 2 rockets. Okay. Now, this room is honestly one of the least threatening, if you know how to handle it. So, in order to get to where the evil Marine was, you're gonna have to press the switch. But I don't even use it right now. Instead, what I do is I'm gonna fire a single... Oh, maybe I do. Well, anyway, what I do is I'm going to fire a single BFG shot, and that is going to take care of most of the enemies. I know you don't believe me. Here's what I do. Run away! Hey, remember what I said about how to deal with traps in Scythe 2? You avoid them! Very good. We're learning. Okay. My armor is kind of crap, so I just need to beat the Cyber Demon. In hindsight, well, I don't even know. There are hordes of enemies. How am I going to deal with them all? There are Barons and Revenants and Hell Knights. Guess what? Infight! I hate this Cacodemon though because I can't see anything. But yeah, Barons and Hell Knights will definitely infight with the Revenants. And I think at this point, I'll show it for a little longer just so you have the idea, and you can see the kill count going up. Yeah, this was idiotic. Why did I get hit here? But yeah, I stick my neck out for a little bit. I discovered this is a really good angle for them to infight at. But sometimes I will go kind of below and do the same thing. So yeah, this is pretty much you just keep doing this. And I like to watch the kill count go up. I like to watch the numbers go up. So as soon as I can get you like a starting point, then I'll probably skip ahead to when I finish most of the infighting. I'm just surprised at how well this works, and it makes me wonder if Eric Alm like had these strategies in mind, because he had to test the levels, probably himself. Okay. I didn't quite see what that number was. I think it was something 66, maybe 366. Yeah, so this is not as effective, but this is what I've been doing. Yeah, but you can see the armor is like 14, which is kind of pathetic. I think we'll end up getting more soon. But yeah, there's really no sense in keeping... Oh, 361, I think? I'll just kind of let this play out and skip ahead to when I finished. So, see you there. Okay, and I think we've cleared out most of the enemies, so I can kind of fire them. By the way, the Spider Mastermind did go down, and if you time your infighting properly, usually doesn't take too much more to bring him down. Alright, last Baron. We're in pretty good shape, 158 health. I don't like the armor, but it kind of gets easier from here in my opinion. So what I like to do is I like to go over here. The Revenants can't fire in the gate, they can fire in that small window. So I'm actually just firing a bunch of rockets. Yep. Again, I like watching that kill count go up. These were the same Revenants that were sniping us all the way back, and now they cannot strike you unless you were like right next to the gate, and then they can claw you. But otherwise, you're safe to just shoot them all. And I highly encourage you to do that. You'll see why in a couple minutes. Now, thank goodness there's a line def restricting these Revenants from coming down the stairs, but I only have 2 rockets left, so I'm gonna have to get creative. Now, for some reason, firing the BFG straight on is not as effective as like firing it at a surface and facing in the general direction of the enemies. Like, I'm not even firing at them. I'm firing at this mossy green texture. But you have to be facing the same direction as them. So if you fire a BFG and then turn around, I don't even know if it's going to do anything. Is that everything? Nope, one more. Okay. Now what you're going to do is you're going to take all these rockets and the armor. Yes, thankfully armor. And there are 3 Hell Knights and an Evil Marine. But the Evil Marine is kind of like stashed away. Yep, you heard him go down. Otherwise he's a pain, and sometimes I'll just fire a BFG like directly at him. Won't even give him a chance to strike me. Now this is another instance of the gates closing behind you, so I like to make sure that I have all the ammunition I have, or can get. And then the gates aren't going to close until you get to that point. So you get to that second step, I think. And I like to eliminate all the Hell Knights, because if you get to the top of the staircase, that is when you have like 4 Archviles and some Revenants. It's actually really easy to take care of, provided you take care of all the Hell Knights first. Okay, so watch how I take care of these Archviles. Alrighty then. Now that switch is going to unlock this area, and if you didn't kill all those Revenants like I told you to, there would be an insane number. And the problem with that is if you try to use a rocket launcher, You might do splash damage to yourself, so just kill all of them beforehand. Okay, now there's a soul sphere that I'm going to skip because I'm at 126 health, and I'm going to wait until I get to closer to 100. Okay. I really want this chain gunner to like strike one of the mancubi so they get distracted. Does that happen? No, but I tried. I would say it like half worked. Anyway, apologies that I'm like talking shop here. It's just with a level like this, I have to tell you my strategies and communicate that. If anybody is struggling with Scythe 2, particularly this map is where things get real. I don't have any more rockets or BFG shots, so I literally just have to shotgun the room with the 2 archviles that keep resurrecting chain gunners. And I guess their health was low or something because I somehow managed to defeat them. That just means I have to like shoot out these 3 barons. Yeah, these are bulky boys. Come on. Die, Baron, die. There we go. Very difficult for people that just like run in guns blazing. Because every like corner you turn, new monsters. There's an archvile here. Take care of it first. So I noticed that like revenants and archviles, when they're firing at you, they stand still. So I kind of use that to my advantage. Especially since those skeletons move faster than you think. Okay, we're almost to the final area. So if you're keeping track of kill counts, I believe that there should be around 400 enemies dead. And when you go into this final arena, you can't come back. So just make sure that all of your affairs are in order. Okay, so there's some cell packs here, but when you step up, 4 cacodemons are going to spawn in. Relatively non-threatening, but like somehow that takes care of all 4 of them. I was looking for the 4th one and couldn't find it. Because I'm a dingus. It's right there. 1, 2, 3, 4. But I was like running out waiting for the 4th one to spawn, because sometimes the spawns take a substantial number of seconds. Okay. So again, final drop down, you can't get back up. I definitely die a couple times here. There are 2 evil marines perched like right there, so I try to run forward so that they try to infight with the mancubi. Of course, the mancubi are gonna try to shoot you until they get sniped. I have 3 shells left. That's not a lot of shells. And these evil marines can snipe you the entire level, by the way, if you're like too close to a fence in the above ground. So eventually I have to take care of them. So I just, yeah, but if you go too far, you wake up an archvile. I think that archvile is starting to resurrect enemies. Yep. Yeah, so I'm wasting all my rockets, essentially. Yeah, at this point... There is a mega... Okay, I just died because I can't be that low on health. But I think this strategy is pretty valid. Some Doom mappers will say, like, don't rely on infighting or don't bank on it. I say, you know, use it to your advantage if you know that certain enemy types are prone to infighting. It's all about percentages. There's no surefire strategy that will work 100% of the time. You just have to play the game. I mean that literally and metaphorically. Okay, so I save it here. The exit is behind some yellow doors, but of course... There's also a Megasphere that I purposely do not pick up because we have 164 health. Like, that's fine. Also, this is the first time that I'm noticing the blur sphere. Okay. There's some Revenants perched here, and they need to die, because in that alcove are a couple of extra energy packs, and we're going to use those. Also, Cyber Demon. He is actually going to be our friend today. We're going to befriend Scythe. As soon as you get the key, all these Hell Knights are going to spawn in. The only purpose for these Hell Knights is to waste your ammo. It's not difficult to fight them, and it's also really difficult, based on where they're located, to have them infight. So naturally, the only purpose for them is to waste your ammo. I mean, you have a lot of cell packs, but not infinitely many. Why did I use a BFG on one Hell Knight? The world will never know. But the Cyber Demon is most likely to infight with Cacodemons. Not all of them, but enough to where all of them are firing at him at once, and he has no choice but to retaliate. Okay. So the best strategy that I've noticed for tackling this arena, all the Revenants are like grouped together in, you know, like as close to you as possible. What I like to do is I like to run to the other side, pick up the Megasphere, and do as much damage as I can with the BFG and the rocket launcher before I wait for them to horde up. So let's see how that works. Bam. It doesn't matter how much damage you take, it's a Megasphere. Yeah, this was stupid. I should have waited longer. I have 52 health, 45 armor, and still a lot of enemies to take care of. Including the Cyber Demon. To finish out the Cyber Demon, just fire rockets, but do not get too close to the edge. Get too close to the edge, auto-aim will try to aim it downward, and sometimes it will hit the surface and do splashback damage to you. So stand back a ways. There we go. We killed the Cyber Demon. He was our friend, and now he's not. I'm not overly concerned about the 32 health. There are a couple of medkits. I'm more concerned about the armor, but we have one more BFG shot. But we're going to go into this little alcove. Okay. And at this point, yeah, we're just going to use rockets. You kind of have to go balls to the walls here. Okay, so I save it here. Again, my strategy for the remaining is let them all come to you, and then run quickly to the other side. You're going to outrun them, so then you have enough space to use the rocket launcher and just finish them off. Okay, so I think 47 out of 70. That's 23 more Revenants. Okay, 23 more enemies, because I see a couple of Cacos. Okay. Yeah, not the best angle here, but yeah, outrun them and just... Yeah, this is kind of the best strategy. If I didn't hit myself there with a rocket, I think I would have survived that run, but regardless... Yeah, you're just gonna have to let the fireballs kind of accumulate and then just avoid all of them. You're not going to be able to avoid all of them, so just be prepared to take hits. Yeah. Die again. This is challenging, and I like it. Okay, I think I repeat the strategy. Oh, and I just noticed there's an extra energy cell pack. I'm so happy because that means I can get 2 more shots off. 27 health left, but I'm pretty cocky. Let's see if I can do it. And that's it. 570 monsters. Those secrets. We're ready to exit. That's Whispering Winds. I'll see you in the next episode. Have a great rest of your day.